Diversity to me personally means accepting cultural differences,
commonality,
layers,
interesting, individual, everyone.
Embracing the differences around us,
culture,
and togetherness.
Diversity means difference, and it belongs to all of us.
I have come to the belief that diversity is everything within us and everything around us. So it's an exercise in accepting our fellow beings. And the world needs each of us to consider that one of our responsibilities, I think. But I remember 10 years ago, Amy Hathcock, who was a graduate assistant in the equity office, and I was her supervisor. And she came up to me one day and said, "King, I want to have a diversity celebration." I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Well, it would just evolve, and it would be performers and presenters and a crowd and food." And I said, well, Hathcock, who would be the groups? Who would be the people? Who would be involved?" And she said, "Well, King, everybody. Diversity is everybody."
I mainly think about how it began, that it was in 2 rooms and a hallway, and that it's grown to take over the whole student union. So we went from the first year from having about 200 people to I think we have around between 3,000 individuals per year, and that says a lot to me about how important the diversity celebration is to the community and to the university.
If you've never been to the diversity celebration and you walk into the student union that day, you're going to see a lot of activity. You're going to see a lot of music. You're going to see a lot of different people, dance, music, art.
There's going to be crafts. There's going to be an opportunity to taste foods you might not have tasted before.
You're going to see educational workshops. You're going to see dance workshops.
Activity everywhere.
You could hear African drums, you could hear bagpipes, and you could hear bluegrass, all at the same time coming from different directions. So you're almost surrounded by sound.
You're basically going to see a microcosm of what our planet looks like.
Having the 10th anniversary of the diversity celebration, to me that says that Appalachian is committed to not only diversity, but education and educating individuals about diversity.
This is the 10th anniversary of the diversity celebration, and I think what that says to me is that our community and our campus keeps growing, and as people join our state, as they join the university, as they move to Boone, they continue to be accepted and invited to our community. And so I think what that says about Appalachian is that we're a campus that values diversity, that values inclusion, and we're interested in supporting all North Carolinians, all students, all community members.
Well, to be able to sustain 10 years of a celebration like this, I think is really unique. To have faculty and students and staff come together to really put this on every year is also a unique component of this celebration. And I think it does show the importance that we're placing on the idea of diversity and being able to literally bring together entertainment and activity for our students and our faculty and staff, and then of course the local community.
That the celebration has gone on for 10 years, and I think will go on for many more, says that we as a community seek gathering places, and I think the diversity celebration is one of the key bridges between the community at large and the university community.
We're hoping to make the diversity celebration an event that all folks that live in this community can identify with and can feel like it's a part of them.
This is an opportunity for the community to come onto campus. It's a free event. It's an event that is a lot of fun, and it's also an educational event. And I think it's very important for the community to see that and to understand Appalachian and to recognize that we are neighbors and that the invitation is open to come onto campus.
And so some of the small ways that we do that is that we're bringing more local artisans and more local musicians and local storytellers to participate in the diversity celebration, because again, these local stories, this local history is a part of what makes this community so diverse and so vibrant.
It gives individuals an opportunity to come and celebrate and appreciate differences, or on the same note, they have an opportunity to learn how people that they think are so different from themselves aren't all that different after all. So I think it's a really valuable celebration or event because it brings people together, people that may not have ever thought that they would meet someone that's so different or that's so much alike.
I see the diversity celebration sustaining itself, allowing people beyond the campus to continue to participate and to see that grow with our community. Diversity celebration can mean a lot of things to to a lot of different people, but at the core of it is really embracing the differences in our cultures.
You know, the fact is that we've got a diverse community at Appalachian. We have a diverse community in Boone, and as we have our community expand and new people come in, it's important to reassess who makes up our community, and the diversity celebration is a way to sort of express that. And as we're an evolving community, every year the celebration needs to reflect the diversity that comes in.
Diversity is more important every day because the world is getting smaller every day. It's the world we live in, and if you do not accept diversity, you're putting yourself in a box and you're really cutting yourself off. By opening yourself up to diversity, you open yourself up to a whole new world, new areas for yourself to explore, as well as for our campus to grow in. I mean, it's reality. We're here, and I think knowledge is important, and knowing about the people around you is important.
I believe one of the main reasons it's so important to continue the celebration is that it brings the world to the mountain. The world that we are sending students away to, that we are preparing students to enter, doesn't look like Appalachian.
There's a lot of diversity in the world, and usually when the students leave here, they're going to go into situations where they have to work with and interact with people from other cultures. So if we can prepare them here and prepare them for the experiences that they will have out in the real world, I think you're giving them a jump start.
One experience that sticks out in my mind about the diversity celebration was a few years ago at the Brazilian capoeira performance. In that room that day, there were lots of different people, but everyone was sharing the moment, everyone was sharing that culture, and that was something you could feel in the room. So to me, the diversity celebration is something, again, where we can share culture and we can feel that it belongs to us.
One of the most common observations is, this is so much more than I thought. And that, I think, connotes real success, that the celebration is truly a feast for all the senses, and that there truly is something for everyone, and that diversity really is so much more than we thought. And if people take that away, I think the celebration is doing its work.
So